The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all. That's it! Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step, still hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it didn't mean forever, yeah.
Chat, this midnight stuff got me all kinds of messed up, dude. I ain't sleeping again, am I? For at least a week, dude. There's got a lot of new stuff this week, and I'm assuming for the rest of the week. Yo! TK, my man!
What's good, homie?
What's good? Everything is good, dude. Content's good. Updates are good. Expansion looking kind of good. You know what I mean? Everything is good. Yo, can we get a hashtag TK, my man? I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, my dude. Also, give this, I didn't realize they added likes to the donos, but thank you for the 2 bones, my man. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me get the music back up and running here, boys. But hopefully everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful evening. What'd you guys think about the overall midnight announcement from yesterday? From the preview that we saw as a stream, from the cinematic to then we saw the gameplay, all of it. What'd you guys think? Yay, nay, excited, worried, cautious, concerned, a little sad, no new class? Same. And honestly, same. But you know what? If there's even a slight chance that they do any kind of like class changes, this could be the expansion to revamp a lot of the classes that really needed. Can't be more excited for Void DH. Bro, it is exciting looking. That thing looks great. Like, I said it from the get-go of 11.2. If they ever wanted to add a third spec for Demon Hunter, this would be the patch to do it. Or the expansion, I guess. This would be the time to do it, because they have everything they need in order to make it happen. Cinematic was beautiful, awesome. I was watching the cinematic yesterday because I was looking through the footage. And the whole time I was thinking, who are all those paladins coming out of the light well, dude? Who are all those paladins getting literally sent out of the light well? Who would be answering the call of the literal light? And then it hit me. It has to be the Arathi. Like, it just has to be the Arathi. Who has paladins in bulk where literally everybody's a paladin? The Arathi. The Hollowfall Arathi. Who else would? They're literally answering the call of the light itself. It makes sense in my brain. I was thinking, is it Silver Hand? Maybe it's supposed to be the player character, right? Every paladin in the world gets summoned up. But I would have seen like a Silver Hand shield or something, right? Because the Paladin Order is still around as an order hall. They're still in the game. They're still around. They're still a thing. But we would have seen Silver Hand. It has to be the Arathi. And I think the hand getting placed on her shoulder is either an Arathi or possibly... Another thing I thought maybe is the Lightforge, right? Because then there's also a Tyrion, the Lightforge Draenei, still out in space, waiting out for demonic threat, and literally attack on a Sunwell would be the answer, right? And Naru would sense that shit from a mile away and send a beam them there. Beam him up, Scotty. You know what I mean? But there would have been Draenei. There would have been Draenei. A lot of them would have been Draenei. You would have seen the whole Lightforge flowing, glowing crystals floating above the armor. That would have been too obvious. A lot of them are straightforward, straight and narrow, and it made me think like, hold on. A lot of it looks like paladin gear, right? The helms in particular. But like a lot of it is also pretty like human-like. Has to be the Arathi, in my opinion. The only thing I'm slightly afraid of is Void DH needing to be another Evoker. Evoker is cool, but I don't like the gameplay. It feels slow and unsatisfying. Wait, what part of Evoker feels slow and unsatisfying? I'm actually interested because I play Evoker. This thing is fast-paced. I guess like the GCD is a little bit less spammy like some of the other healers, or casters rather, but it's a hard hitter. Like, it's an insanely hard hitter. Like, if you've played it in Liberation of Undermind, it's a hard-hitting spec. It is so punchy, and it's insane. Yeah, I'm actually wondering. I would like it to be really mid-range, but quick-paced. I'm sure Demon Hunters are gonna stay quick-paced. Devastation maybe the charging casting maybe. Oh, like having to stand still and empower an ability. I can kind of see that part, but like the rest of the kit, I feel like right now you just load up a big... Like, in Liberation of Undermind, this is what you did. You shattered, you loaded up a big fire breath, and then engulf. And you did millions of damage, like explode, nuke into another nuke, and then you just beam in. While avoiding everything. I felt like it was super fast paced, but I don't know. It would be funny if it was a Draenei alternative Dreader. Bro, that would be weird. I do imagine that there's an opportunity to call them back into. Technically, all those Draenei in the alternative Dreader under Urel are actually kind of cuckoo. They're actually kind of crazy zealotry style. Like, they were walking around wiping out orcs or converting them forcefully into the light. So they're kind of like the bad guys. Are we the baddies? They're the baddies. That would have been interesting though. If they decided to, if they got sent up and they were like this overwhelming force of light, but they were like there to like lock down the Sunwell, convert everybody into light forged. This lady shots and cinematic, I mean, wow. Yeah, looks good, man. Yeah, I'm excited about Void Demon Hunter though. I am thinking they're gonna be like a melee caster. So like, kind of like a mix of both. From what I understand, they have like abilities that are supposed to be melee and range at the same time. I don't think they'll be slow paced. I think they'll be a fast paced, mostly melee, and shoot like a melee. That's why it'd be so funny with someone of the light because it's crazy ones too. I think there's a potential for them to do that with a storyline only. I think there's a potential for them to do that because the whole Void versus Light. The Light is not always a friend. We know that. Light ain't always a friend. And I feel like this could be an opportunity of what if Xal'atath, she was trying to snuff out the light because she knows that the the forces of light of Yrel and that old trainer with Nanaro were gonna go and basically use that to empower themselves and then take over the world themselves. And she's basically trying to snuff out the light so they don't get a power source. And it turns out that at first we'll be fighting Xal'atath, then the light will come in, we'll think they're the good guys, they'll turn out to be the bad guys, stronger than the void, we'll have to ally with Xal'atath again with the void to fight off the light. What if, dude? What if, dude? What if, dude? I feel like with Xal'atath, she's at least like, I don't know, kind of crafty. Like, she doesn't give me the same Jailer vibes in the same way of like her being some master manipulator, big brain McGee, right? Even Nazoth in a way, right? He was kind of like a character you gave credit to, the all-knowing big brain jellyfish looking guy. If the light will is to be void corrupted, the Beladar has a light phase. Do you think we could flip the coin and turn Xal'atath into light, defeating her? I don't think so. I don't think Xal'atath would go into light. I think she's of the void. She's a void entity. She's born in the void. I was born in the dark, molded by it. You know what I mean? Like, she's straight up like Bane. She's of the void. I don't think she can be turned to light. Demons can. Like, there's actually been Dreadlords that have been able to be turned into Light Force. Like, one of them was. But that's because they're Nethrazim, and Nethrazim technically come from Shadowlands. They're not really of the Fel. And even before, a lot of the demons are just denizens of a different homeworld until they're corrupted by the Fel, in a sense. You know what I mean? Beladar has a void phase? Yeah, Beladar does have void phase. I do wonder what they'll, like, what the hell? I'm hoping they didn't abandon the story with Beladar. I'm hoping that has to do something with it, right? Maybe there's just the crystal of, like, the world soul calling out. It's like an alarm, more or less. Who knows, honestly? So you got the clip out of my head of Lothar saying you can't, but it sounded like someone else. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, Bajura posted that. Yeah. That is so good, dude. That is so good. Alrighty, I do need to do some background things. I am super behind today, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Did you guys watch any of the Creator Clash stuff that they did post the big stream? I think it happened all today already. I think all that stuff happened pretty early in the day. But people got to go check out housing, try making a home, all that. Did you guys get to watch any of that? Should we watch that today at some point? Because I was gonna get some gear. I was gonna do a little bit of gearing on the Rogue and take a look at any new, like brand new updates that we got for Midnight. Because there's been some new little things coming out. Like, there's gonna be little things coming out for like a while, man. By the way, we also got so much content coming out, dude. So we have the current patch season 3. It still is in full swing, right? The raid tier, all that is still happening. Then we got 11.25 on the horizon, right? 11.25 on the horizon with Legion Remix, right? Turbo Boost, all of that, dude. It's gonna be a banger. And then 11.25 is gonna be the housing early access, and then Midnight right after. And somewhere during that is gonna be the alpha and the beta for Midnight. Like, we're gonna be basically in just like swimming in content for a very long while. It's gonna be a hell of a Christmas, man. Makes you wonder when this expansion is actually coming out, though. You know what I mean? I know Beladar at some point. Yeah, Beladar, I feel like they really need to, like, address Beladar at some point. Like, what the hell is that all about? Why is it, like, shifting constantly? You know what I mean? Like, they at least gotta give us some kind of an answer. What are the features, though, that they are doing for Midnight, though? It's actually gonna be a new player experience, which I honestly am very, very happy that they are doing an update for a new player experience. I feel like, when is the last time you've, like, ran into a dungeon and you saw there's a brand new player in the dungeon? And they just, like, don't really know what the mechanics in the game are at all. I feel like that's been a problem for a while, dude. You have a bunch of new players that never played the game, never played any end game whatsoever, trying to sign up for, like, Mythic Plus dungeons and have, like, no idea that you need to interrupt or do any of the basic things at all. No basic idea of, like, what mechanics are until they're, like, trial by fire getting taught, or getting kicked out in some cases, getting booted from groups, having to go watch a guide or something. They're probably going to be updating that in quite a decent bit. I'm actually put up a couple of those articles. I had them on the side here, trying to potentially put some videos together if possible. But yeah, it's something that was, I think, necessary. Like they really need to go and update that as soon as possible. Apparently even more. Okay, you want to do another update? Wow, do another update, Blizzard. Let me see if you can find that article real quick. There's also the Prey content. It's kind of neat looking. I am wondering if Prey is gonna just... It looks like... Okay, what's actually cool about Prey? We'll talk about that as well here in a second. Where is it? New player experience, new player experience, new player experience. Where is it? I had an article that was talking about new player experience and they had more info. I think from like an interview or something. Oh, chat, while we are at it, sign up for midnight beta here. Nope. Here we go. There it is, boys. I'm gonna put it in the chat. If you're interested in midnight beta, sign up. Sign up. I pinned it. Okay, well, they have like a little thing on the main website about the new player experience. I was trying to find an article on it. Okay, well, I don't have the article anymore. Maybe it's a Wahhead? I was looking at Icy Veins because both websites have different info. One website will have one piece of info, the other website will have the other piece of info. It's not like they do it on purpose. They just kind of cover what was important, with Wahhead being a little bit behind, unfortunately. Okay, I don't have it. I saw it somewhere. Maybe it wasn't Icy Veins. But out of all the things we have that are going to be new, yeah, let's do the Demon Hunter first, man. So what we know actually of this spec is a lot of the abilities that are happening in the actual raid for Soul Hunters. We have Adaris. What's up, Blaine? How do you mem? Overtime to 12th level game of the Demon Hunter. Overtimed, which means like you didn't time it. Unfortunate, man. I gotta start doing 12s myself, man. We'll try to see if we can do some 12s on my rogue today. What's up, brother? What's up, Philip? How do you mem? This is the day that I talk about space, jump space at Gamescom. Looks interesting. Maybe, Steven, I have no idea. I honestly, the only reason we did a stream for Gamescom wasn't to look at other games. It's really just for midnight. But if there's any games you're interested in, yeah, man, keep me updated. If it looks good, like, you're more welcome to post it about it somewhere in Discord, man. Let me, I'll give it a check out when I get some free time, yeah? Tomorrow I'm not gonna be streaming. Friday we're gonna be back for duels. Tomorrow maybe I could get some spend some time with it. But yeah, DPS spec, man. So what it sounds like is a couple of things about the Demon Hunter spec actually that I noted. Void Metamorphosis sounds different than normal meta. Normal meta sounds like you just press it, you have like 20 seconds of meta. Doesn't seem like a transformation sustained by soul harvesting. So it looks like you will be able to pop in a soul in this void meta and it'll start draining itself quickly unless you can keep generating and consuming souls. So might be a different version of meta altogether for this Void Demon Hunter spec, which could be kind of cool. Could be pretty cool. There's also a big finisher ability, which like it seems like you just create a star and then you sent it. So that's gonna be part of the range ability. Obviously you have the big Void Ray, which is the I-beam. I'm assuming that'll have even further range, maybe like way downstream, so you can stay further out. Reap is a scythe attack, which is interesting because, you know, a lot of players assume that the new Demon Hunter spec will probably be using a scythe because there's one Demon Hunter who would rip out souls out of demons with the scythe. It's like a really special weapon they found from a demon that can extract souls and torture them. And a lot of people thought that the third Demon Hunter spec would likely use a scythe. I don't think they're going to have him use a scythe, but I think they're going to conjure like a void scythe. And there's going to definitely be a lot of this like scythe, Reaper style imagery, I guess. Alaria, but the meta sounds a mob demo. Kinda, yeah, kinda actually, yeah. This sounds like mob demonology style where you pop meta, where you don't necessarily have a cooldown for it, but as long as you can generate resources and maintain them, you can prolong it. So that might actually be kind of cool, actually. You know what I mean? It's kind of like also the Shadow Priest Void form when that consumes sanity instead of being a cooldown. Remember that? I think it was BFA, right? Where you could phase in and out, and you try to phase in pretty regularly. So that should be interesting. And then there's also the Void Blade Hunger / melee combo with a retreat, so you can get a range. Legion. Was it Legion? I think it was Legion and BFA, but maybe I'm wrong on that. I'm pretty sure it was both. I know in Legion you had... I don't know. Maybe actually you're right. Maybe it is Legion. Maybe it is Legion. Who knows, honestly. But I'm pretty sure BFA. Yeah, because I remember BFA, like, they got you get in a form pretty regularly, and I don't think it had a cooldown. But yeah, yeah, you're probably all right, though. It likely did start in Legion. I just forget. Only thing I remember of Legion Shadow Priest is the fact that they had that, like, big void form that killed you at the end of it. That's all I remember. Like, that's the most memorable thing about a Shadow Priest. I remember doing the Mage Shower challenge with it and just using that insanity ability and then one-shotting the boss, and it was hilarious. Surrender was so fun. You could one-shot the Mage Shower boss with it. I wasn't great at Shadow Priest, but I pressed my buttons fast enough and I was able to kill him. I was so happy with the time, bro. It was so funny. But yeah, the new Demon Hunter seems pretty awesome, like, just as an idea. I am hoping it'll still be, like, fast-paced. I'm hoping it doesn't have, like, a lot of, like, standing still casting, maybe insta-casting. Maybe, like, some long-casted abilities, like Collapsing Star as a big finisher with a big payoff. But, like, this thing sounds like it's going to do something different. It has a lot of soul harvesting, very similar to, like, Vengeance Demon Hunter, right? Very similar to a Vengeance Demon Hunter, if anything. So... it seems like that'll be really, really strong in terms of, like, as a playstyle where possibly will be all about making souls and then consuming them for abilities. Very similar to how Vengeance, like, will shear twice and then will use, like, a Spirit Bomb. Or you could use, like, the Soul Shield, which nobody plays, but that's an ability, right? And maybe, like, drawing out souls and consuming them. Like, all through Spec to Demon Hunter kind of sort of do that, with Havoc being probably the least. Vengeance mostly using it to self-heal, but this guy will probably draw him out to, like, use them as damage, use them as, like, missiles. I think this is going to be pretty awesome, honestly. I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. And there's some really cool abilities that Adaris during the Soul Hunter fight on Mythic uses. Like, there's a Scythe Frontal Cleave, then he has this Fell Rush that creates Void, then there's, like, dots that he puts out and stuff like that. Big Void ability when he does his, like, ultimate where Void Orbs kind of flow towards him. I think there's some really cool mechanics they could do with it if they really get creative. So it was so fun. Yeah, definitely gonna share Eldraki. That's what I'm thinking too. That's another question of, like, oh, right now Vengeance and Havoc share Felskard and Eldraki. I think Eldraki is gonna be shared between Havoc and these guys. I think Vengeance is still gonna, I think it's gonna be Felskard shared. I think it's gonna be these guys sharing. We're gonna find, like, is there, like, there really isn't, is there? Hold on. I was thinking, like, is there some kind of, like, a map for who shares what with who for hero talents? And I think only, like, Icy Veins really had one, right? I think only Icy Veins really had something like that. But let me go to, like, Demon Hunters real quick. Yeah. So right now, Vengeance and Havoc both share Felskard. I think Havoc is gonna retain Eldraki. I feel like for them, with the ability of the Hunt, it's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect. And the way they play with Glaives, with the Glaive proper build, I think it fits them better than it does Vengeance. Thematically. Just thematically. And I think they're going to share that with the new Demon Hunter, because that one's also about building resources, and this one generates soul shards, and that'll be pretty easy to consume fragments into a big, like, Glaive throw. I feel like for them, it's going to be really, really good. I don't know if they're still going to tie it to the Hunt, but maybe. Maybe they're going to keep the Hunt as a thing all Demon Hunter share. It's a cool ability. But I think that what they're going to do is they're going to basically share Felskard between Havoc and Vengeance is going to get a new hero spec. So I think Havoc is going to stay as they are with Felskard and Eldraki. I think Felskard is not going to be given to the new one. because it feels like their metamorphosis, like this seems like Dream and Surge, and that playstyle of metamorphosis seems to work really well for Vengeance and Havoc. But if this other Demon Hunter can dip into meta right anytime it wants to, I don't think it'll balance out pretty well with Pulse Guard. Plus, the thematics of this are also like Hellfire and Flames. And I don't think the Hellfire Flames is going to go well with this Void Demon Hunter. So they're probably going to do some kind of like a Void EU, maybe another purple something between Vengeance and the new one, Devourer. Also, what are you guys' thoughts on the name Devourer? Because I've had some friends of mine say they don't like the name. Like, we got Havoc, you got Vengeance, and Devourer. Devouring? I feel like Havoc, Vengeance, and Devouring makes sense, in my opinion. One is all about spreading havoc, the other is about vengeance, you know, vengeance against all of their foes, chasing after them relentlessly. And the last one is just, I mean, it's Void. It literally just, like, devours everything, right? They need one more? Yeah, they do need one more. I am also hoping that this patch, this whole expansion will be one where they redo a bunch of classes at the same time. I know we're not getting like a full new class, but I think this could be an opportunity for them to create more class race combinations and simplify and streamline some of the classes that we've had. Give them new tools, give them new talents, all those things. I actually had a dream. I don't know where I had the dream at, but I had a dream where they completely rechanged the Outlaw Rogue talent tree. I don't know if it was last night or the other night before, but I remember seeing this thing slimmed down. Like, all these talents did not exist. It was really just down the middle like this, and all this was condensed a little bit. And I had things like Hidden Opportunity went towards Keep It Rolling. Crack Shot is down the middle, and I think it was like Ghost Strike going to the right. No, actually, hold on. It was Hidden Opportunity that went into Keep It Rolling to the right. I think Crack Shot down the middle, if not Ghost Strike. But I remember seeing that talent tree in my dream at once, and I'm just thinking like, wait, that's actually really good. I forget what the talents were like, but this is actually a sad story. Bro, I've never dreamed about World of Warcraft. I don't dream about WoW regularly. I don't dream about WoW, so this is just wild out of nowhere. Maybe because I'm like excited with all the midnight stuff. But I swear to God, I saw in my dream a different talent tree where it was like this talent here, or here maybe, and I think it was to the right. Two talents that flowed, Hidden Opportunity into Keep It Rolling or something. But I don't remember exactly what all the talents were, but I remember seeing it at the time in my dream. I was like, wait, that's actually really good. That's all I remember. I love HRKRHO build. I think it'd be kind of cool, because like ambushes, right? Ambushes build up, count the odds more likely because you're ambushing regularly, and that can generate a lot of comp points where you go into Keep It Rolling. I feel like that would be kind of a combo that would work well together, but it just does not work because you have Summarily Dispatched here, and you have to commit a lot of talents in order to reach Hidden Opportunity. It's just you don't have a lot in terms of talent point economy. You know, 2 Take It by Surprise, 2 Summarily Dispatch, you're kind of locked in. Is 3-4 overall a damage in a 5 Mythic Dungeon okay as a rogue? 3-4, like 3 damage, 4 damage, or are you talking about 3 million, 4 million? If you're talking about millions, it's a start. It's a start. I don't think it's that high, but it's a start. What else there? Haranir. We don't really know where the homeworld is going to be, but it looks like, I mean, Harandar. They're going to put it somewhere. Living in a fungal jungle, base of the world trees, where all manners of life are derived. I do like that they're doing like a bunch of like zones, a smattering of zones. One somewhere in the void, 2 near Quathalas, and Harandar, wherever the hell that's going to be. But it looks pretty cool. Like the whole bioluminescence thing looks neat, and I think they actually improved the models for the Haranir as well. They don't look that bad. These guys don't look nearly like as like, they look like their body shape was square and like little lanky arms, but it looks like they've actually given some definition. And like beards, sash above their heads, eyebrows, even the female faces, all of them look like they got hit by a frying pan in the face, but this actually looks kind of good. And apparently they also got some really funky feet where you can go like animal feet or like normal like toes. Kind of cool looking. Millions. Completed class overhaul would be a massive, but probably will slow down the production of next spec. Brother, I don't think they need to do a complete class overhaul. Look, hunters and mages and shadow priests have gotten a complete revamp 3 times in one expansion. Between season 1, season 2, and season 3, they got a completely new talent tree. They can do that for rogues. And we're not even asking for a lot. It's a lot of streamlining, right? It's all we need is a streamlining for some playstyles. Not a complete overhaul. Like, you don't need to change Death Knights. They just got a really good rework. They're really good right now. Hunters are also really good. Maybe Survival needs another facelift. That's about it, really. You know what I mean? Survival probably needs one. Rogues need one. I'd say Demon Hunters probably could use a nice little refresher before the new spec comes out. Don't even need a lot. You know? Or releases new classes real slow. They usually used to release a class every 2 seasons, but with hero talents, I feel like there's an opportunity for them to do a lot more per class, especially if they're going to be revamping hero talents in a crazy way. Because you can basically change how your class plays in a wild new way. Right? Like, there's some playstyles out there that play completely differently, like a whole new focus, man. You know, like, I'd say Phoenix Fire Mage versus a Frostfire Fire Mage, pretty wild. Pretty big changes. Not the craziest, like, it's a whole new spec, but like, in some cases it can definitely feel like it. You know what I mean? Like Mounted Thane stomping around versus Slayer Thane or Slayer Fury, Blade storming everywhere. Like, the focus is different. I think there's some specs like Demon Hunter that don't change that much, Rogues don't change that much, which is unfortunate. Probably needs to have more changes. You know? But yeah. Oh, the fixed bear talents. Fixed bear. You know, that'll work too. There's an opportunity for them to do some. I mean, if they're not going to add a new class, just a single spec, the latest they could do is do a big overhaul for a bunch of classes that really need it. Right? How much is Outlaw harder than Assassin to play gameplay wise? Gameplay wise, to learn how to play it, I'd say harder. But if you use a weak aura for roll the bones and keep it rolling, not that hard. It's all about remembering your priority of abilities to generate calm points and spending them changes depending on the buffs you have. And maintaining cooldowns is a little bit more like uptight than Assassination. Like Assass is all about lining cooldowns together and then you kind of AFK until cooldowns are back up. As Outlaw, you're always sending him on cooldown. That's really about it. So to some degree, you're going Ooga Booga, pop cooldown, don't think, just use it. But now you're trying to also prolong those cooldowns and spam them as soon as they're back up and available. So that's going to feel a little bit different than like just AFKing until they're back up and mash some damage. And then you can just AFK mellow until everything's back up. I'd say harder. I'd say generally harder. But like, you all need to learn single target rotation. You don't have an A rotation. You just turn on Blade Flurry and you do single target rotation and kill stuff. I'd still say harder. I'd say a little harder. It's a fun spec, and that's another spec that probably really needs a streamlining. It really needs to be streamlined. The roll the bones mechanic, all that stuff, like rotation wise, it does need to be streamlined. But it's really fun. I definitely would give it a go. It does have a bit of a stat requirement. You need like 18 to 20% haste before you can properly play it. But once you can, yeah, it's pretty cool. If ambush build was in play, I would say it's easier because the ambush is really easy to get into. You just spam ambush and use finishers for the most part. You don't have to think about your calm point building spanning that much because you generate insane amount of it. But ambush right now is not that good, unfortunately. Keep it rolling is kind of like the play. Also, the hunt, by the way. The hunt is another mechanic that I did more research on, chat. Or the prey mechanic. The prey mechanic. The prey content feature. Where you do open world hunting system. Basically, it's war mode, but for PvE. It's a more difficult open world content. War mode, but for PvE open world content. It's an opt-in feature where you turn on world to make it harder. Where you're hunting down a creature, but it can also hunt you, and it can just attack you out of nowhere. So think of like going through Dark Souls, and then you have like a Dark Soul, like a dude getting summoned in, right? An invasion. And the dude just runs in and just tries to clobber you right then and there. And you can just die, so not war mode. It's a war mode-like system where instead of getting attacked by players, you're just getting chased by this boss that's trying to kill you. You're just gonna like, you could be mid-quest and you'll just come in, lock you down, drop a bunch of traps under you. If you don't have a defensive, you're dead. And if you're alive, you're just gonna keep slamming you with hard-hitting abilities. He'll just swoop in when you're low on health and just gank you, basically. And you gotta hunt him down before he kills you. Basically, that's what it is. Or more specifically for PvP. Well, it's war mode in the sense of like you opt in to make, okay, I want to die in the open world. Click. Right, with war mode, like without war mode, nothing's really gonna kill you unless you're just AFK. With war mode, you're like, I'm okay being killed by the players. With this mode, you're like, I'm okay being just brutalized, but this boss is chasing me in the open world. Click. So when you go out in the open, like he might just whoop up and just kill you. It's like an opportunity for them to make the open world a little harder. I think it's a cool system. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised. I was thinking just like, you're just going to be a series of quests, and like once in a while this guy will invade you, kind of like Kadeza invades you in a delve, and you get him to 50%, she disappears, leave some loot, and then eventually you do one quest, you do the next quest, you do the next quest, with a couple of invasions here and there, and then you eventually find the lair, go and kill them, and you just go collect like 25 Valor Stones, 36 gold, and like a bunch of gray items, and then you just get like your bar filled for some cosmetic. That's what I thought initially. I was like, okay, so it's like open world, but like kind of boring. But it's apparently going to be like rough. And these dudes can just sneak up on you and just invade you out of nowhere. You could just be mid doing something, and it'll just swoop in and just murder you right there. They don't care. There's going to be difficulties for it, but apparently at midnight, he's just going to try to kill you. Just going to come in with affixes, lock you down. You can't go anywhere. You can't run away. He's just going to come in and just whoop your ass. And like when I found that out, because they even have like a short video on Blizzard's side of things, kind of showing what an invasion would look like. But like the dude would just come in and just try to murder you. At first I thought it was just going to be some like, oh cool, it's just a quest to kill like a rare or whatever. But no, this guy will actually chase him. So I was kind of surprised by that. Yeah, good enough. I'm going to try Night Mimoto as a tank player. Yeah, like this is basically going to be like a Kaveza light. Or like a raid, a delve boss light version where you can eventually go fight them and stuff. And apparently there's going to be a bunch of them too, so that's pretty cool. But it's like, I guess it's just another way to make open world a bit more challenging, a bit scarier. But I kind of like that, right? Like a Dark Souls invasion. I think it's kind of neat. As long as you can turn it up. Yeah, you'll be able to turn it on and off. There'll be challenges and rewards, housing stuff, mounts and shit like that. Cosmetics, mounts, titles, and housing items. And I'm wondering if this is going to have like seasonal rewards and stuff, right? Because if this is going to have some seasonal rewards, that'd be cool. This looks like a base version of the mount, and then maybe this will be the hard mode version of the mount. But like, it looks like that they're really like wanted to do something different with the open world. And this looks kind of, on paper, pretty interesting. Because you're volunteering to be a prey. Like, it's a prey system where the open world can prey on you, but you're also hunting down a prey as well. And if they can make it so that open world itself just becomes more difficult, because they're already doing the challenging like open world content in Legion Remix. They're literally letting you choose a hero tier track for open world, where everything hits harder. All the enemies are more brutal. Rares, normal enemies, everything is just a lot more threatening. Things can just wipe you out. But like the open world feels a little bit more exciting because now you have to use your class's kit. You don't just walk in and just like press random buttons. It doesn't matter what you're pressing, and you just get quests done either way. Because like literally you can just press any button you want. It doesn't matter. You gotta get your quests out of the way when you're leveling in modern WoW. Like classic WoW, right? You know how like in classic, when you're leveling classic, like having resources and having like some healing pots and stuff like that, especially if things get rough, is really important. Because if you overpull, if you're not careful, not watching for your resources or your health for that matter, you can just die out in the open world. If you're being dumb, you're just gonna die a dumb death. It's pretty easy to do. But if you're prepared, like, it feels satisfying. Open world feels kind of challenging to some degree. Unless you play correctly, and then you could dominate it. But if you don't play correctly, you could hurt. You know? And I feel like we haven't had that in a very long while. But yeah. I think it's kind of cool that they're at least trying to make open world a bit more terrifying. And there's that opt-in system. So like, if you just want to go through the world, just absolutely like have your brain be a mush and just like play through the storyline with zero challenge, you could do so. Or if you want to have like at least some kind of like neurons firing, because there's at least some modicum of challenge out in the open world, you could have it enabled. Dude, I'm gonna turn this on day one and keep it on. I think it'd be so much more fun. I don't care if I level slower, I want to have this on day one. If you can. I just want open world content to be harder. I think it'd be so nice just to quest through and like feel like accomplished because you level through open world in like a hard mode. You know how cool would it be just to fight a rare and I'm having to cycle through my cooldowns like I'm literally fighting for my life versus Skyveza? It'd be so fun. It'd actually be so fun. But yeah. And there's some other articles that I want to go over, but I forget what they are. I'll need to go find them again, chat. But yeah, man, doing trolls this week is Survival is a flex. Is it actually? Let's go do some keys, man. Let's go do some keys. Because I need to start doing my Mythic Pluses. I only done like a bunch of 10s. I need 11s and 12s. You get my weeklies out of the way. And we might even be able to play some other specs too, chat, if I have the gear for it. I'm not against playing some assassinations. Subtle apparently is doing really good. Outlaw is doing really good. Rogues in general are looking really good for M+ right now. Most role players just want to draw on the keyboard to get free stuff. I don't know if I can say most, but there's definitely there's definitely a lot of players that just want to log on and have fun, right? I feel like every game has the kind of person that's like, oh, no, everybody wants to play the game to be good at it. Some players just want to have fun. And it's like, yeah, I mean, maybe it's like, imagine if you were put in some people's shoes, right? Like you go to work, you work a hard job, right? You do all the things you need to do, make money for the fam, all that good stuff. And then you just want to come home, kick your feet up and just like mellow out. It doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you're having fun. And challenging content, if that makes you not have fun, why would you even spend a second of your time in it? You know? For some people, that's like that. I'm just not that kind of person. I need something that will get me like if I'm playing a game and it's just super ridiculously easy, I'm falling asleep. I'm losing like attention span. It's just gonna lose me really quickly. Unfortunately, it's just gonna lose me incredibly quickly. Also, if anybody, does anybody have this problem with the bird? Rock? Does anybody have this problem with the bird, by the way? Where my cam just goes really high up. I didn't do this for any mount. This just for some reason, this bird, it just goes really high up. And then I mount up on like normal mount. And I got like normal height. Am I the only one? Or is that you guys too? Is the part of the mount? That seems really bad, right? That seems really bad. I don't like that. Alright, let's try to see if we can get some random keys done. Also, chat, we picked up a improvised C4 and pacemaker Mythic track from our vault. And I also was able to get all the rest of my gear filled out in hero track. I would like a hero track momentum. I think that'd be really, really nice. I really would like a hero track momentum. And outside of that, I guess I just need hero track everything. I also need to do Halls of Atonement for a hero track gloves. And then this is hero, this is hero, this is hero, this hero, this hero. I guess like getting a, I can't even like, even if I got a hero track helm, it wouldn't even really matter. I guess I need just gloves and a neck. And hopefully we'll do like normal or something in Rage Knight so we can get the boost from Demon Hunters. That's what I really need. Try to see if I can do Priory maybe. Same vault, so good. Hell yeah, dude. I had three trinkets. I had the Forge from the raid. I had the Pacemaker and the Lily. All Lily and Pacemaker Mythic, Forge heroic. But Lily and Pacemaker, I was like, yo, if I wanted to switch over to Assassin or Sub, that Lily would be the play, dude. Decided not to. Decided not to. I also didn't want to sim my character. I don't really know how much. We might be able to get some mythic pieces of gear from like the final, from the, maybe from like, what's her face? With Mana Forge Mega Soul Binder. For like a neck or something, but I think I really should send the rest of my crests on my character. I get as much gear as I can get. Also this week, now that I don't really need to spam for hero track for the most part, I can spend more time on mods, I think. That should be a lot of fun. I'm trying to see if I can sim all my items and see what I need to upgrade. Priory, come on, grab a, what do we need here actually? Wait, grab a hunter, grab a warrior. We have a feral druid? Yo, melee comp, grab a warrior, man. Grab a warrior for a melee comp. This would be insane, dude. Blasting people. Franks would probably do pretty okay. Armor is still dead. Yeah, armor is still messed up, but it's okay. No worries, boys. Actually, a bit of worries if you PvP. For PvE, like you have guides and stuff, and you have Archon, sorta, if it's functional. Is Archon working actually, or if armor is all kinds of messed up? Because don't logs capture people's like armor stuff? Yeah, logs capture their talents. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. PvP is the only ones that are affected, it looks like. Also, the fact that Outlaw Rogue is an S tier, by the way. There's literally a handful of rogues you can take for that. Where the DK's ruffle. Saying? I don't know if saying has a functional DK. Don't we want a war for pure melee comp? Actually, a melee comp would be awesome with the warrior, man. We got ourselves. It sounds good. Yeah, man, it definitely sounds good. I feel like with the warrior will blast. Either B-Res or druid. B-Res, no? Or Pearl, not good for B-Res. Yeah, we have a Lust and a B-Res. We have B-Res and a Lust. But trust the druid die first. Ah, fair. This gonna seem fun. Hell yeah, dude! Melee comp, baby! Let's go! Melee comp. Also, by the way, if you have details and /keys, it has all the portals here. So Monker Man has 11 Priory. We could do his real quick. Do my B tier, huh? Yeah, I don't think it's real, man. I wouldn't look at Archon too heavily week 2. I wouldn't look at Archon like it's gospel week 2, man. It's not worth. Unyielding another prism, champion track, sim higher than sack boot for mem. I think it's because you have cooldowns that can go up every minute, depending on the spec that you play, and that trinket synergizes with your cooldowns. And a lot of the damage for the trinket is only when you have cooldowns up, man. So that's probably why, man. That's probably why. Well, no, wrong one. Bro, any gold I made during the collected bounty is getting all those mogs and then sending them to like heaven or vendor rather. Just absolutely churning through them. All gone, dude. I also need to do Nightfall this week, man. I should have been doing Nightfall instead of this, but it's okay. We'll manage. I want to see if I can get myself a veteran track version of the mace, because I have an adventure track that is still really good for M+ chat. Like, ridiculously good. It has zero reason to be this good. Yeah, convincing realistic jumper cables. Let me try to get jumper cables. I gotta get a rank 3 version. I'll get like 3 of them. I got 3. 40! Oh, man! Wow, I look like a cheapskate, dude. Okay. Make me look like a cheapskate. Why don't you? I got 3. I got 40. Okay. Big man. Big money spender. On the left? Good. I like left. I mean, I'm the one with the Bronto. Wait, does he have the OG Bronto or the other one? If he has the OG, then fair.
5, 4, 3.
I should have rolled it as soon as I ran into the dungeon, man. I'm losing out on buffs. That's the middle, so he's not gonna do that side corner. That's fine. I think edgy int users should use the eyeglasses 3k crit 100% uptime. It does seem really good. I'll see if I can even like open it up on my rogue, honestly. Might not be able to. Good roar. We got Lexube there though. Unfortunately, together with that roar. I need to swap my weapon. Oh, wrong weapon. Oh, but the feral druids deal apparently incomprehensible damage. It actually makes no sense how they hit this hard. That's up my opener. Or reset rather. I think all the mobs will be melting. Whereas damage is a little behind though. I'm not sure if that's like something he was doing or if it's just like not a good setup. Maybe you're just getting too many defenders. Much uptime on that maybe. Yep, of course he impaled me. I like the corner strat better, by the way, because now we have to do the mini boss with like some other random ass mobs. But I don't think Tank knows how to do the strat. He's immediately taking a lot of stagger damage though, so maybe that's why he separated like that. Actually, would make sense. If I actually doing like 12s and I don't have to do the affix, dude, it's gonna be so nice. Like affix's expansion, there's definitely a lot more of those like kiss curse mechanic. Like the buffs are actually kind of good, but like the actual mechanics themselves sometimes in some pulls are just super annoying, chat. I just kind of guessed where she might go. Absolutely guessed her. Read her like a book. I don't know how I didn't get hit there. But it was just like natty dodge maybe. Because she has a pretty wide range with her leap. Like the big cleave. Low-key this week. Mechanics of the worse than pugs. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm like not a big fan of the F. Again, how am I dodging that? Actually, that time was evasion. So actually, that time I think it was straight up evasion. But yeah, mechanics for like affixes can definitely be annoying in pugs. But I think pugs are like don't deal with them super well. Like with this one, all you have to do is like stack, but some people don't really stack. That's unfortunate. Unfortunately, I am a target cap class, but I'll try to vanish as much as possible to proc my weapon as much as I can. Try to see if I can stun these. Huge. Let's see after this pull, like how much damage my weapon has done here. I'm trying to vanish pretty aggressively to AoE as much as possible. Do we LOS that? Do we LOS them? Is that a thing? We can kind of sort of LOS them. Okay, that was on the table. Yeah, I'm just gonna go up here. I don't know where trainer's coming from. Flame strike? I can't stop it. Guess we were gonna walk up to trainer though. Fire hurts. Fire bad. Oh, did I kick trainer? Oh, perfect. I didn't realize. Except this is gonna suck. Yeah, that guy's gonna heal him unless. Good movement. Thank goodness the tank has a brain. I like a tank with a brain. That's my favorite kind of tank, man. Also, his fire just drops down so slowly. Like if you just literally stutter step it, you could dodge it the entire time. I feel like I'm just remembering like which path is not safe and which path is safe. That's like the hardest part for me. My little brain. I think if you have like a full team doing this together, probably the easiest mechanic in the world. Yeah. Double it, double it, double it. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. I never got to check a look at my weapon damage though, did I? Okay, never got to use my capstone. Guys? Hello? Stay together? No. Okay. I took a lot of damage there at the beginning. Our arms were still that squishy, man. Ain't no way, right? I guess our Pharaoh didn't have any cooldowns for this one. Ouchie. Want to go upstairs? Okay. I really don't like the upstairs mechanic, but... Okay. Why do you want to go down? Nice. Yeah, Warrior actually picked up quite a bit of that damage with Immortal Strikes though. Picked up some damage. Not bad, not bad. Did I say Mortal Strikes? I meant executes. What is PvP? Like duels? Friday. I was thinking I could do PvP today. And then I could see if Kinetic maybe is on. I think twos would be fun together. I plan to do some keys today, man. Get some gear. I'm still in that bracket for solo shuffle where I'm just like waiting for hours, man. I can't get insta queues, unfortunately. Those are hates me. I shouldn't have vanished. I didn't realize he was gonna touch it down that thing. Oh, I just realized our shaman is a, he's not the totem shaman. He's the, ancestor shaman as a resto. That's weird. Is it good? I was under the impression it was still going to be played totem build. The Paladin Warrior did so much damage, I have more gear than my rogue. Yeah. Pally? Wouldn't Pally's like do the whole protest because they're not doing a lot of damage? Unless you talk about PvP, then yeah, I think those classes do have it a little bit easier than rogues in PvP. If you haven't been paying attention, rogues only has gotten nerf after nerf after nerf, especially in regards to PvP. It's unfortunate. You just can't strays for no reason. We could be literally bottom damage in solo and Blizzard will just nerf us just because. With zero explanation. Like no node, nothing. It's like, every other class is like, when they buff them, nerf them. They always talk about how they want to make sure that these classes are not too weak, not too strong. With the rogues just like nerfed. Why? Because. Super fun. You get used to it though. That was so sad, but you really do get used to it. Even in PvE, it hasn't really been that great either. Maybe we'll see more tuning, but at least in Mythic Plus we're really strong. Usually tanks out DPS main delves, lol. Yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough. Need to get gear just to keep up. Except we're looking pretty good for like a PTR at the very least. We did get a bunch of buffs. So the damage you do now is actually much stronger than where we were in PTR. So imagine just being like 5 times weaker. That was also on PTR for like a huge portion of it. 80% of PTR. Okay, that sucked a bunch. If you do it quick enough as a rogue and you press like feint and have enough health, you'll be able to like soak a bunch and live with cloak. And grappling. You have to use aggressive grappling. Aggressive grappling techniques. I'm gonna see the hammer. Nice. We're almost done too. Hopefully I get a neck, man. I'm out of here. I don't have to worry about any gear anymore. It'd be super nice. I want 3 million DPS when I can have 1 mil. Might come down to gear. Rogue is not an easy class to play, unfortunately. Blizzard did say they want to streamline Rogue, so it's not necessarily making them easier, but at least they're straightforward to play, not as like check out some of the minutia. There's a lot of buff management and stuff like that, and if you're not great at it, then it's not going to be good. As Outlaw, as long as I'm making sure to keep my cooldowns on cooldown, just pressing my buttons, spamming them, for the most part I'll be alright. I'm also fairly okay geared. And also make sure you press kill and spray as soon as it's available. It's a big button, definitely worth pressing. As we pack, leader feels good. Like so strong sustained AoE spec. Is that what everybody's playing in survival? I know there's not a lot of survival to begin with, but is that what people are playing? Or is it still Sentinel? I assume Sentinel was going to be like insane. Gotta land a kick on that guy, but I can't. No more kicks, fortunately. Oh, this tank is so good at positioning. Thank God, man. There's so many tanks that just don't move mobs. They just will not move the mobs and they'll just get healed by that guy. Please. Okay, well, we're gonna walk him back. That works. That works. Good adjustment, tank. Appreciate that. Bro, I'm trying to prolong that drone rush as long as I can. I'm like vanishing into a subterfuge, into a shadow meld, into another vanish. Trying to extend it on a shoestring budget, bro. 2 seconds of a drone rush, I'm just like extend, extend, extend. It's so funny. Shoestring budget. Oh, I am running wrong belt thing, am I? Yeah, I'm running charge bolt. I should be running the crit one. So I'm actually doing less damage than I should be. That matters play with Outlaw, doing tank damage, doing risk of Outlaw priority. But seriously, yeah, it is rough, man. I'm hoping the Blizzard actually like looks at Outlaw again, because it's a really fun spec, man. You're a pirate. You just gotta be slashing around, big pistols firing off, roll a couple of bones. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty awesome. Mechanically, it should be really, really fun and really easy. Like, it could be a really fun spec, man. Who doesn't want to play a pirate? And they have like a proper pirate spec, they could just do so many cool things with it. But yeah, as long as they keep them where they are, it's not gonna be easy. Sadly, like the pug experience of Outlaw and like the top end experience is very wildly different, chat. Because Outlaws are apparently S tier, but your average player just can't really play them super well. It's just not easy. Blizzard could make them like miles easier, but they haven't done it so far, unfortunately. But there's an opportunity to make them like super good. There's a lot of feedback in like the Rogue Discord about what they could do with Outlaws from people that have been playing this spec for years. Unfortunately, they just haven't really listened to that feedback at all. But like Killing Spree, that was one of the feedbacks that they actually did listen to. A lot of people wonder like, what is the turn Killing Spree? And like some kind of like a channel ability with pistols and some range. So you no longer have like no control of your character. They literally took that feedback. We're like, all right, we'll just take it from the forums, make that as an ability, call it a day. But don't get me wrong, I'm glad they made that change. To be fair though, it is also the laziest way of going about it, right? Making class changes. It's like, who's designing the class? You or the community? At this point, I feel like just let the community have the raids. Love all levels where you work random proc would be awesome. Yeah, like I feel like mastery, changing on mastery would be one of the things I would love. That's RNG of the spec too, would be really nice. Like common point building and spending. Having some consistency I feel like would help this spec a ton. Because right now I'm like waiting for a proc until like an ability is worth pressing, otherwise like pistol shot is not really worth pressing outside of that. Instead what they probably should do is like put pistol shot on cooldown, give it like a giga resource generation mechanic, and maybe allow certain abilities to reduce the cooldown of pistol shot or something. But make it like a priority ability, you don't have to wait for a proc. Like if it's up, send it. Right? Instead of giving like Slice and Die or Sinister Strike like a chance to hit again, like every third hit strikes a third time. Or a second time or whatever. Right? Because at least you could just be like one common point, two common points, one common point, two common points. You like play around with that super consistently. It worked out so well. Would help the spec a bunch. I don't know why Cloak shadows that. I wasn't even looking at her. Little things like that, right? A lot of ideas have been floating around. Because look, chat, I will show you. The spec is actually right now, at least in Keystones, at least like when pushing, by people that know how to play the spec, it is S tier. It is literally one of the best like melee specs in the game for Mythic Plus right now. At least just for M+. In a weird position, they're running out. Nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. Like, who doesn't love grapple hook, man? I love this part, right? Keep that. The whole pistol, you know, pistols and between the eyes. I like the whole mechanic in general. I love playing Outlaw and exercising my Second Amendment rights. You know what I mean? I would have an actual like cooldown that I don't have to just spam and get carpal tunnel for. Would probably be really good and healthy for the game. I'm running one weapon. There we go. Just running my AoE weapon, which does like nothing for single target damage. Oh, give me the neck. Oh, Priory is okay. Anybody got a neck? No, it looks like a chest piece. Nah, chest isn't good. GG's. Chest? Nah. See why. Or you mean Frankie? Hold on, if the Pharaoh wants the trinket, I'll give him the trinket. Oh, okay. What is this? Stonebreaker? GG's. More key. Wait, you don't need trinket? I mean, I could use for a SAS, maybe. But if you like need it, then you know, I could give. Like if these actually this is best in slot and there's a big need. Oh wait, doesn't he run Lily with 3-minute berserk, or does he go for 2-minute berserk? It's up to you, Feral Man. I could use it because if you use it for assassin raid or something, you keep. Nah, I was gonna mess with Assas in M+ or something. I raid as Outlaw. Here we go. Here you go, friend. GG's. Let's see what key we get. But yeah, let me show you, boys. Let me show you where Outlaw is stacking up right now. Oh, 11-5 notes? Oh, hold on a second. We got PTR updates, boys. Yo. By the way, Legion Remix is going to be gone soon on PTR. Get some runs done. Get some runs done. Let me send it to you guys. Hold on. Let me show you. Outlaw, chat. Outlaw is like the least player-friendly spec in the game. But it is S tier for Mythic Plus right now. It is up there with some of the highest keys ranked because it's really good in a melee comp. It deals a shitload of physical damage with the right composition. That being said, yeah, it is not new player friendly. It is like one of the strongest specs right now. Rogue in general is one of the strongest classes for Mythic Plus, at least at the moment, while being literally the weakest class in overall sims. It is ridiculous. I think it's mostly for our survivability, good CC, shroud skips, and consistent damage in Mythic Plus. I think that's what it comes down to. Any talent trees you can copy off of for Outlaw for PvE and PvP. We have a guide over in our Discord channel where we have a bunch of builds there. So if you want to copy a build, you can go there, my man. For PvP, I might do a PvP guide on Outlaw. It didn't change that much from last season. Really. I think there's people don't do damage, just do one button. It should be minimum. I guess you can play one button. It's just one button for Outlaw is pretty abysmal. It is bad. Yeah, like main Gauish mastery, it's kind of useless, man. It doesn't really do anything for Outlaw, unfortunately. Some way, somehow they did more damage this time, even though I don't have a lot of mastery commitment. But yeah. Outlaw Rogue is like one of the top tier specs in Mid Plus right now, but it's definitely like the worst for like the average player. Like your average player is gonna see most Outlaw Rogues and they're doing like less than tank damage, less than healer damage, which is sucky because like it's just a really hard spec to play. But like it's not one of those like hard but rewarding. It's just really hard. Unfortunately. Alrighty, and apparently they have like new sets over in Legion Remix. Interface stuff, various bug fixes. Cool. Look at these sets, man. Legion Remix sets. I like this fellow one. The golden one looks so good though too, man. Then they have the fiery red, and of course like the purple void. They look so sick, dude. And you get these not from like a trading post. You get these just from playing the game. Well, back, complete Legion Remix campaign. Heroic Broken Isles, complete 100 world quests in Heroic World tiers Legion Time Runner. Easy. Complete all Legion raids on Mythic difficulty. Easy, dude. Complete any Time Worn Keystone dungeon with a level of 25 or greater with a Time Runner. 25? Bro, plus 25 Keystone level is gonna be wild. Actually wild. Which was the Priest one? These are not like class specific. This is just like a cosmetic set you can earn on any class. General sets, yep. These will be from like some of the peak achievements. 4 different big time achievements. Legion Remix campaign, you get the base one. And I'm assuming you get the Void Scarred, Lightbound, Hellforge. So these are going to be these. Then you get the Void one for doing World Quest. Mythic Raids is going to give you the Light. And then the Keystone Mythic Plus is going to give you the Fire one. It's sick, dude. It looks so good. It looks so good. Man. I love that cloak that just drapes into flames. That's so sick looking, dude. The helm, everything looks so good. The old Keystone levels 25 is a 15. I don't know if they're using the old system or the new one. You might be right, actually. Yeah, it's basically plus 15. It just sounds intimidating to go to 25 though. But if that's what they're using is the old version, old system, then yeah, it's not that bad. It sounds bad, it ain't gonna be that bad. Plus, I'm assuming we'll be able to have super giga broken characters. Some people are running around billions of health already on Legion Remix, so I'm assuming like people are doing some insane damage numbers all across the board. Like, I'm sure like it's gonna be very similar to like Mythic Garrosh, how people would one-shot him in like a global. The worst part about Mythic Garrosh was getting MC'd and healing the boss with a single global, single GCD. That was the roughest part about that. Let's see if Canerica's on. Maybe we could do some twos. Nah, he ain't on. Alright, we're doing more 11 and 12 grind. I need to get Priories and I need to get Halls of Atonement done. But I'll do all the keys too. I just want to get score. I just want to push up keys and get my weakness out of the way. But I really, if anything, I do want a Halls of Atonement maybe. And Gambits is really fun too. Where's the Gambit? I think they just listed. Dawnbreaker's okay. I don't know if I'll be able to get on a 12 Dawnbreaker, but we'll try. Floodgate, I don't necessarily need. Or a Kara. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe Arakara? I'll try it. The 12. I don't think they'll take me because I haven't done an 11 Arakara. Or I haven't done all my keys at an 11. I really don't want to do Floodgate. Double Havoc? Are they chasing the trinket? It might be. I'll try and set it up, but like, I doubt it. Or they'll just take me. Gambit? Really? Keys, and we go Gambo. We go Gamba. How much damage my weapon did? 2%. 2% is pretty good. Gonna push a 9 milli DPS? That's crazy. Like overall, that is wild. What the hell? If that's your overall, that's insane. I thought I did pretty okay in that key, and I did only on 7.8. Holy. I also should run through this place as a hard mode, I think. Because I'm pretty sure one of these guys has gloves that I could use, right? Or no, hold on. Is it still the only gloves? The knuckle dusting? Never mind. What was that? What's the other dungeon that I needed then? It's Halls. Oh yeah, Halls with a versatility ring. Haste Versa gloves. And then Priory for this crit Versa. Unless you can get the Haste Versa neck, that's Versa heavy from the raid or Mythic, that would be ideal. I need to change my stats a little bit, but that would be insane. Push up 5.9 overall. If I get some weak auras, still raw dodge and survival, no guides, no weak auras. That is wild. 9 mil overall is some wild numbers. That is crazy. I'm surprised that's what survival can do. What is there any other class that does more damage than 9 mil overall? Because that's pretty sure that would be the highest. Then survival should be like top tier then, right? We'll run this and hopefully we maybe get something good, maybe not. Score for a 12 would be amazing. I should rolled! I need to run into a dungeon and roll the bones immediately. Because then I can get an extra charge and supercharger. But I'm dumb. Are we going like Gigapole with a big guy? Yeah, or not, or yeah, or not, or yeah, no. Here we are. Even big guy then. I messed up my go a little bit, but it's okay. Just gonna do less damage than a tank, no biggie. Apparently all of us are gonna do less damage than a tank, Jesus. Guys literally built different. Okay, we did a little bit more damage on a tank. That's at least a start, right? We leveled down a little bit. Oh, they're all running away. I'm gonna just stop running. Yeah, blind works. Good. Let's hope a blind would work. Ah, oh, totem over there. Is it bad having to vanish that? I just want to prolong my drone rush as much as possible. We're not doing the big guy? Oh, we are. Good. But I get some good vanish procs here. Or vanish resets. Actually, we did get one quick vanish reset. Huge. And we got another one. Huge. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You said everyone was shadow meld. Another one here. Actually doing damage, chat. Blind them. They can just reset, or they'll keep running sometimes. Okay, that one just keep running away. That was bad. That was not good. Oh, this is super annoying. Got another vanish reset, which is huge. It means more weapon value. Except he's just gonna do this again. That's fun. Problem is this Morlex is just gonna start healing over and over and over. That's super unfortunate. Even Hunter down. Morlex are running out. Can't really stop him. Stun that guy. I don't even know if I needed to, honestly. My son somehow died again. I'm not sure how the Demon Hunter dies. So bad just hitting one Murloc way in a corner here. What's weird too is when these Murlocs actually re-heal, they'll go back into that like thing where they can still go back to running away. Because the reason why they run away is because they're low on health. But when they re-heal, they basically reset that cooldown that puts them like in flee mode. And they'll just flee again. So the totem will just keep them fleeing again and again and again. Which I guess is kind of nice when you want to lock them down. But you don't want them playing the game. That's kind of okay in that front. but you don't want them running away and like pulling more a lot of the times. So it's really annoying when they just run. Okay. Boss time. Pack leader being shot. Wait, what? Binding shot is mass grip is the most fun shit I've ever. Oh, is that what gives you mass grip on binding shot? That's cool. I didn't realize that. I thought it was like a normal hunter talent. That's actually pretty awesome. Yeah, that's got to be one of the coolest mechanics ever. Mass grip on binding shot is kind of huge. Which one is the blue? Blue's back there. Yep. Nice. This fight is always really weird because I can't always like, extend my drone rush here. You know, like constant uptime, and with the bots going all immune like this, and without use the ads usually die super fast. I can't sit in stealth in combat long enough. Also, this fight in hard mode sucks, dude. Or Demon Hunter. Purple. I guess I could hit this guy for a little. At least to get some cooldowns back. Did both of those pick up the same one? Oh, straight up, both of those picked up the same one. For some reason I have a thing. A key. That's a bug, isn't it? Huh? I still have a key. That's so weird. Chat, I still have key for some reason. Both me and the Demon Hunter picked up a key, but he was able to dump his. I couldn't dump mine. Uh-oh. That beam is loose. The goose is loose. Yeah, this fight sucks for me, man. Unless, like, we kill stuff fast enough, and unless they give me, like, a target to keep cleaning off of, like, during the whole lockdown mechanic, it's, like, kind of blows. Uh-oh. Dilly Pickle? Wait, that man's name is Dilly Pickle. The Demon... Chat, why didn't nobody say Demon Hunter's name is like one of the best names I've ever seen? Name is Dilly Pickle. It's so good. hate that I had to vanish that, but I want to prolong my drone rush as long as possible. Again, we're back on that string budget, dude. Look at that 0 second out remaining. And I'm just having frozen. It's so funny. This spec is so funny, bro. I'll kick this guy, and then I'm just gonna go with him. Yeah. Give it long enough time where we can get a free one. I love me a target cap pull, man. That's where I can do the most amount of damage. As every other class, I'm like, oh, please give me a giga pull. Give me a giga pull. Don't do small baby pull. As Outlaw, I'm just like, the smaller the better, baby. Give it to me. 8 targets, no more. Beautiful, perfect. Precious. I hate it. That's my spec, unfortunately. Look at the damage I'm cranking, dude. 12 million or 11 million on like 4 mobs is a lot. It's like super giga efficient on those small few mobs. That's not even a weapon because I forgot to switch it like a dummy. Marcos doing 5.8 billion. So you're doubling him as an overall? That seems crazy. That seems off then. Get this man into Echo or Method. How would I play with those numbers? Unless I'm misreading something. I think this is the first time I ran a key where a tank actually knows how to do the boss correctly here. He's positioned him so well where we're not standing in fire, but we also don't have to like deal with the ads ever. Oh, this tank actually knows how to do the boss. Bro, chat, this is like historic right here. You have no idea with how many tanks I ran this, and I'm just like, just keep the boss near the wall, and then they just run him towards the boat immediately. This guy actually does it correctly. Why is this so uncommon? Like, this fight is so much easier. And look, the fire, initial fire just goes away. You can just run him in circles now. Because every time he sends out a new barrage of flames, you just take him to the next spot and it disappears by then. Tell me there's got to be like a NA thing, right? Or right on an A that don't know what's going on. Even we gotta scuff this a little, but it's still fine. The fire's fading there. We're just gonna go fire. That means we can reset it back to like the corner after a little bit of time. Like this guy did this fight perfectly. No notes. This guy did it flawlessly. As a DPS, we just had to sit in the boss, do damage. This was so nice, chat. And I guess this is where we would take it back to the corner because by then it's freed. Actual tank that knows how to do the dragon boss in 2025? Wild stuff, dude. Wild stuff. I do hate this RP here. I feel like they need to cut out the RP. That portal should be available immediately. I think that would help. Waiting for the guy with the RP and whatnot, just kind of lame. Or if they want to freeze the timer during there or something, that'd be nice. Messed up my vanish thing. Shadow meld. That could have been bad. Oh, that was bad. We have enough health to live that apparently on the 12. So that's not bad. Separate the two? Nah, pull it together. Yeah. Blinded. Digital lockdown. Problem. Lots of CC. I do like that. But we just really got nothing to follow up after. Unfortunately. Yeah. It's done. Okay, we didn't have to reset these mobs at least. That's nice. I do think my tricks did fall off him apparently. Boss was really good in Caster, only made a cup. Dude, yeah, in Casters in particular it feels insane. You know why? Because Casters get a 30% haze buff. It is insane. Especially, like, every time the boss debuffs you, she puts a 30% haze buff on ya. And as a caster, that's so much casting, dude. It's so much burst. But then on an Archmage or Demonology Warlock, and they're just cruising through that whole boss fight. It is crazy. Actually insanity how good it is. Especially if the healers could just like keep the debuff on him for a while, not remove it immediately. Which I feel like healers either instant remove it or they just like never remove it and you just either melt to it. Like in pugs. Like real actually healers are always gonna like manage it. But when a healer can like manage it correctly, bro, it's so nice, man. It is so nice. You want to do it out in the open? Or does he want to be the one soaking it? Anybody soaking? Human Hunter is. Okay. I'm assuming that these guys are all in the call, maybe. Very possible. %? No, we're not going to be able to get 40%, unfortunately. They've been doing so good so far. They're dragging the boss behind the crate by mistake. I kind of am okay with dragging the boss like behind the crates over there. It does make it so that the ads like get bunched up really quickly. And they don't port fire at all. So here, like, I have a really hard time, like, what the hell am I doing, right? I guess I'll press Vanish, and hopefully I'll stay in stealth long enough to prolong my drone rush. Actually, this gives me a stealth. This is actually working really well. This attack is going to get me out of stealth, but at least I was able to freeze my buffs. That is actually kind of nice. Okay, so now we know what to do with this boss. You just vanish and freeze my buffs. Oh. I'm bad at this. That's why I've been seeing more tanks not dragging this guy to the corner. It should be like, just don't be bad. Just dodge. Just dodge and don't be bad. Which is like, you know, valid. Honestly, valid. Another vanish, so I can just chill. Look at that. Holding vanish. Holding vanish. Still in stealth. Perfect. I'll let us run rush for as long as we could. You know, if you use the whole Kai'Veza strat for this boss, then it's actually very, very easy. Just look at them and then position slightly. That's actually the play. And you should never get hit. I don't like doing this on the stairs though. I do think stairs do make things a little bit weirder. Vanish to hold the buffs. You see? Just staring at them, looking at them. Not that bad. Just on the stairs, I can't tell if I'm like in front of the boss, behind the boss. I can't tell. Okay, nothing out of this, unfortunately, but good score. Got like 31 points, that's pretty good. Shoulders. A finger. Ring could be really good, chat. Ring could be really, really good. I don't think you can trade a Kenny. Is it the... Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, he can trade. The ring would have been really nice because it takes versatility, which are really good stats for me. But he can trade, so it's okay. Think about time, boy, most of PvE. Think it's about time your boy most of PvE lore. Dude, PvE can be really, really fun, especially with friends. Like the dungeons, Mythic Plus in particular. The Mythic Plus season last season was a banger, dude. One of the most fun seasons, and this one's probably going to be even better. Definitely has propensity to be one of the best seasons for M+. Super fun, man. We did decent damage here too. Not quite 9 mil that Jay can do, but decent enough, right? These compared to the Demon Hunters, man, damn. Is that really the overall? That is the overall. I think it's the first boss that I kind of struggled in, didn't I? Alrighty. Let's do another 11 or 12. Unless Kineric is on. And we could spam some 2s. Hey. It's actually 7:01. I should be getting ready for like raid at some point today. Yeah, let me just chill. Let me go do a delve or something, dude, so I can get my weeklies out of the way. I'm already capped on my crest. So maybe we should just like up our gear a bit. Maybe. So out of my gilded and other crests, apparently if I upgrade the trinket here, take this to 5 out of 6. Take the 704, 704, and 704. Apparently that'll be my biggest gain. That spends all of my crests. For 60k DPS. That's decent enough, right? There's nothing to play for PvP dead content. I think PvP could definitely be fun, especially at the start of the season. I just stuck at the high MMR. I need to be in low MMR so I can get insta games, but I guess I just all I can do is wait until like certain times of the night in order to actually play. Okay, so this thing goes to 614, which is the max cap on gildeds. Because I don't think I can get a good trinket from Mythic anytime soon, so this would be the best thing I can do right now. Then this apparently 707 stays as is. Pants go up to 704. Oh, all the way. Okay. And then we got helm. A +1. And apparently it says go not the shoulder route. Apparently it says go neck route. I'm actually very confused by this move. Should I do this? I feel like I should go for a hero track item, chat. I feel like I should get myself a hero track version of this because that'll be natural, like 701 item level. So otherwise it says go shoulders. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do shoulders. Yeah. It's not as good in terms of raw sims, but once I get a hero track or even mythic track neck, then I'll have a huge item level jump and overall gain. Because I could always get this in hero track, this in hero track. And that'll be like an item level jump to like, what is it, 701 I think it is baseline hero. Plus 4% crit gain, so 7% versus sad days. Why? What's wrong with the vert? Unless like versus is just a worse stat. Versus is really good for Mythic Plus, man. Hey, even Assassination, which is crit mastery, would probably go mastery Versa if you're really pushing keys. That was looking like a really good go on Mythic on PTR. Like survivability excellent while damage giga high. So versatility is not really that bad of a stat, especially when you're pushing keys, man. That's noticeable survivability. I have like 30%, man. It is insane. And just raw damage scaling. May not be the highest scaling, but it's really nice. I need the extra defensive for 10% flat damage reduction with Master Versa. I need the extra defensive for flat 10% damage reduction with Master plus Versa right now. I mean, dude, the versatility in DR in PvE, like Mythic Plus, it's noticeable. You'll just start feeling like you're noticeably not squishy anymore. It is nice. It is actually really, really nice. Alright, what delves do we have? Do we have a quick delve that I could just like slam out? We do. We do. Ramp up to 60-70% crit with my trinket. Eliminate is nutty. Wait, the trinket gives you 60 to 70% crit? That seems like a lot. I don't think I need any crit then. You can get that much crit artificial from a trinket. Actually, I shouldn't even do this on an 11. I don't need the gildeds anymore. I'll just do this on like an 8. Bare minimum effort. Just to fill out the vault for any like hero track, any decent items maybe. Brand the reset? I feel like I noticed brand just constantly resets for me. Or not reset? That's weird. Ooh, Tailwind Conduit actually seems good now. What the hell? That's so good. So I guess like brands like Curios are insane when you get them like on a higher quality track. I felt like they were always kind of lame looking. Wait, am I in combat? Thank you, Brand. Appreciate you. I wasn't stealth. Brand is the one that ran out. Pacemaker plus the eyeglass. You mean like you get that much crit together? I thought you meant like by itself. Should I be kicking those explosives like add the mobs? Probably, right? I don't think I've ever done this version of Dells with this like storyline mechanic. Bram, please. Don't even walk over there. I'm gonna clear these guys out. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can walk him towards the bomb. I could. Let's keep him like in the bomb. Best I can. Blind them. Okay, it doesn't actually do that much damage. It just sends them flying. Kinda lame. I was thinking it was actually gonna be like a hard hitter. Like the mushrooms in that Fungal Folly Delve. Apparently not. Somebody can get up. Cool. Which survival's master actually benefit from defensive side? Oh, you mean like scaled up? Yeah, I mean 3%. I was hoping it would, man. I was hoping it would. That would have been insane. Imagine a master that gives you defense. That's kind of what it sounded like at first. Like, it sounded like master would scale up. But I guess like 3% DR is still pretty solid. Especially since they're like going to be in melee a lot of the time, so you could potentially just die randomly. I think it's noticeable. 2%. Oh, it's 6. Okay, that's even better. Double because of the oh yeah, it's double because your pet is closed. Forgot about that. No, 6% is massive. Yeah, imagine how much like versatility that is. How many points of versatility that is, but for free. Just defensively. That's pretty awesome. It's still really, really good. But yeah, it would be cool if it like had some kind of scaling. Not a crazy amount of scaling, but imagine getting like from 6% to like, I don't know, 8% or 10%. Like 5%, but doubled with the pet nearby. That would have been sick. And I think maybe they should do more masters like that, right? Some kind of like damage reduction. Even for DPS. I know for tanks for sure they should do that, but for DPS I think they'd be kind of sick too. Like thematically, it's really, really cool. Survival mastery makes them more survivable, which is like thematically works. Thematically very fitting. Can I skip any of this? I really want to skip a lot of this, but I don't know if I should. %, dungeons. I've had that using a BL pet. Ooh, oh yeah, with the tanky pet. I think it's pretty cool that you can at least switch pets, you know? At least you can switch over like when you need lust and when you don't need lust. Maybe they should make it like marksmanship, how they don't really have to choose between one or the other. Maybe they should do that. You know? A marksman can have lust and a defensive passively. Maybe there should at least be a challenge choice for that. Like in a class challenge tree at this point, since all 3 specs have lust. Backlater should have all 3 minor perks reduced. Oh, that'd be sick actually, yeah. Because like you're basically so in tune with your pets, you get all the benefits. Yeah, actually I agree with that. That's a good idea. Thematically, I think that'd be really, really cool. I'm sure for like tuning it would be kind of overpowered, but thematically I feel like that's fitting. I feel like stuff is cool. Like if it's fitting, I feel like it should be a thing. And then they can of course like tune it numerically and whatever they need, like later down the line. But I feel like if it's cool thematically, it should definitely be a thing. So I agree with you on that then. With the pack leader, I should have all the benefits. Maybe like as a capstone challenge or something, right? In a class challenge stream. I don't know how that would go for PvP though. I think maybe that's what they have it separated. It's for PvP specifically. But I'm sure they can like tune it or something.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There's a big button. It gave me like a it gave me an LUA error. Hello, Blizzard? You press the big button, it just gives you LUA error. That's hilarious. I wonder if there's any more ethereals anywhere. So I can get my nemesis buff. Oh, there's the thing here. You can get bonus rewards if you grab this. Kaveza. Brand, don't tell me you pulled all of it. I wasn't stealthy the entire time, Brand. How would you pull all that? Okay, pull like one. Brand, please just come over here. Dude, they need to fix Brand when running with rogues. Just give him like stealth. Just give him like reduced aggro or something. Anything, man. Is this a wall? This is a wall. Brand is so dumb. Brand is so dumb, bro. Now he won't give me a healing potion. I swear to God, he's bugged this season. Brand, you're the reason why I decided not to do the Kaveza challenge as a rogue, because I didn't want to just rip my hair out of my head. You were so inconsistent. He died so much even when I did do him as a tank. I had to have Brand as a DPS. Just dead the entire time. He would just like jump on these not ego, hippogriff, and that thing would just get caught in like the maelstrom of void portals. It was the worst. I don't think I need a eraser, did I? No, I don't think I did. There's some Brand levels. Alrighty, boys. Well, with that, I think I'm gonna go get some food and get ready for the raid and get some work done, maybe. As possible as a hunter, straight up 2 shots pets. This is why I don't think you could have pets tank Kaveza. You have to be the one getting hit by Kaveza. Pets cannot tank her. I don't think you can have the pets tank her. Yeah, I don't think you can do that with any of the bosses either, right? I know it's like, as a hunter, you're probably like, well, what's the point of the pet if I can't tank it? I don't think for hunters, any of those bosses, like whether it is the Underpin, Zekvir, or Kaveza, I don't think anyone would design with you being able to have your pet tank him. I think you have to turn off pet aggro and let the pet do damage without like drawing aggro. The pet taunts was off and she decides to go for my pet. It might be... I would double check to make sure you're not misdirecting the pet or have some kind of talent that causes pet to gain more aggro. Or they might have to fix her. Maybe she's like aggroing pets more regularly than usual. But yeah, I don't think the fight was designed for you to have like pets getting taunted or pets having to tank her. I don't think it would just, I don't think it would live. Like even an Ayara with that kind of damage. Okay, I think I am set unless I need some other stuff. I don't remember. Because I know I wanted to do keys, but I also want to do something else this week. Although this week should not be as busy as it was a couple of last few weeks. Like the week 1 or week before that with all the Mythic Zeros. I think I just need to get my caps and pretty much it, I think, right? Pretty sure. Might be a good alt week. Do you have any buffs this week? World Quest bonus? Okay, that's nothing really great. Time walk in like 2 weeks. Cataclysm, that's gonna be another hero check piece. And we need DPS for 10. Yeah, people are looking for 10s before the raid. I'm hoping tonight, chat, we go into like normal, get a quick clear. Whatever pieces of tier people don't have or items they need, like boots from Demon Hunters, which we really need more leather ones. I don't think we got any leather ones at all. We need more leather boots for Demon Hunters. And then we do Mythic. I got somebody else at 2k, and so I can make 4 sets. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've been really lucky on my Death Knight, man. I've been able to make like a bunch of tier pieces or get tier pieces so far from the Great Vault. I just need like one more. So maybe I'll bring the DK for like normal. Maybe I'll just stay on Rogue just to get a full easy clear. Dallas and Fadebound better than Trickster when you have the 4 set. Yeah. They can raids, yeah. Why? Or like DK Druid, Priest, and Rogue all top. We got 3 set. Nice. Just need one more. And next week is going to be another charge. So you should have a charge now. Second charge from 2k. And it's going to be 3rd charges for like 3rd week. That's going to be massive. Did you craft your stuff, by the way? Did you craft a weapon this week? Because I got my stuff crafted, man. I got myself with the weapon week 1 and now ring week 2. Because I don't have any good rings this season at all. But is it healing key? Mythic Plus the easiest role? To some degree, I actually can't. I feel like when you're pushing Mythic Plus keystones, or you feel like in a really bad group, a key could feel really rough on a healer. Because it's a lot of you having to manage cooldowns to counter like damage that goes out. But like if you are pugging and are doing like just most groups, in most cases, I don't really find healing that difficult, but it's definitely not the easiest role though. I'd say the easiest would be DPS. Like if you're pushing actual keys, or if let's say you have a group that's just full of like not great players, not the smartest, the tank does not press shield block or iron fur, whatever the tank spec is, right? Then you're gonna have to spam a lot into healing them. But I do think I have the easiest time just getting my weeklies on the healer. You get into groups easily. Most groups are generally okay, and I just have to throw a heal once in a while and DPS the rest of the time. I don't really have to do much. Like getting weeklies with majority of players are not going to be like trash awful. There are going to be some groups that are just going to be like absolutely cringe, where again the tank doesn't do anything, the healers don't interrupt, and it's like it's going to feel like a lot of pressure falls on you to keep everybody alive. That can definitely feel annoying, but the majority of the groups I don't feel like are that bad at all. The vast majority of them are really not that bad. That's not your average experience. I won't say the healer's the easiest though. Low keys because I don't do mythics, it does a PvP. Ask it because I hate mechanics memorizing. It's just achievements I liked him. Just play heal for achievements. I'd say just you play DPS. I think that's the easiest. I think DPS is honestly the easiest. Like every role has to do mechanics, but DPS could just kind of, you can turn off your brain and DPS. Hit hard, throw out CC willy-nilly, and most of the time things are just gonna die. DPS I think is the easiest. What do you remember? Desk with 25k haste is a thing. You could play that, yeah, but you still are gonna have to play around mechanics. And as a healer, you don't have an interrupt, so you're gonna have to then account for managing cooldowns for every single big phase where damage happens. And you also have to be a proactive healer as a Void Weaver, because you have to get the Void Orb out and then start pummeling damage as the damage goes to your team, so that you can do that atonement healing. The more damage you do, the more healing you do to your group. So you have to time those cooldowns. So yeah, healer is not easy. I don't think as a healer role is never going to be easy unless they have like some crazy season for it. I want to give Prez. Dude, Prez is so good. It's so fun. It's so fun. With that tier set too as a chrono, it's insane. Once you get it, I only get to test it on PTR, but even right now it's really good. It feels really fun. Just don't forget to drop down Dream Breath on people. Just get that hot rolling early. That's all you gotta do. That's what I usually like when I have like downtime and I don't really know what to do. I get my Fire Breath out. I get everybody the heals. I get the orb reversion on people, and then I throw some echoes out and just hit them with a breath. And usually people will be living. Have a good everyone. Thanks for popping in, man. Appreciate ya. I'm also gonna be popping off on the night, boys. Tomorrow is the day off for me, but mostly just a day while I'm gonna be working. doing my gearing, Mythic Plus, all that stuff. Yeah, I'll be busy. But yo, you guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for popping in. Join our Discord for any like midnight announcements. I'll probably be making more videos and stuff like that. Also, I really want to spend some time in PTR, man. Legion Remix is going to be going away on PTR very soon. So I want to get a character max. I want to play through the story, get all the gear. Because you can do some wild damage with some classes right now, dude. It is crazy. Really crazy. Are we going to go like raid? Yeah, Rage. Yeah, I'm hoping we're going to get some Demon Hunter featsies and get some boss kills on Mythical as well. But yo, you guys have a good one. Also, by the way, we got the one more thing. Is it the Mana Forge? Void. We got the Royal Void Rig, boys. We got the pleb version of this, or the king version of this. We got the pleb version and the king version. It is literally the same mount. Yeah, this final boss on AUTC was actually kind of rough. Scaling seems a little crazy, but as soon as we dropped like 5 people, it was easy. Actually, just free. It's crazy how fast the health goes down in P2. Like a lot of it was just scaling, just not enough healing. I think we just needed more healers maybe, but there it is. Alrighty, I'm gone. Peace.